Because what she didn't know was that the last time someone threatened to call the cops on me, the responding officer was my old army buddy. And let's just say I still had his number on speed dial. It didn't take long. Within 15 minutes, 2 patrol cars rolled up the gravel road, lights flashing against the trees. She straightened her posture like a queen waiting for her guards, waving them over. "Officers, over here," she yelled, pointing at me like I was a criminal behind bars. "This man is trespassing on HOA property and refusing to leave. I want him arrested immediately." The officers glanced at me through the gate, then at the cabin behind me. One raised an eyebrow. "Trespassing? He's standing on the porch of that house." Her voice got louder, more desperate. "Yes, but he's not supposed to be here. I've already listed this property for sale with my realtor. He's lying about ownership." She shoved her phone at them, flashing fake documents she'd whipped up. I leaned against the fence, calm as ever, and pulled out my own folder. "Funny thing, officers," I said, handing them the deed. "This property has been mine for 15 years. Bought it with cash, no mortgage, no HOA contracts, no ties." The taller officer took the papers, flipped through them, and shot her a sharp look. "Ma'am, these records are from the county clerk. They prove he owns the cabin free and clear. Do you have anything legal that says otherwise?" Her mouth opened, but no words came out. She stuttered, waving her arms. "He must have faked those papers. He's lying," she spat, but the second officer chuckled under his breath. "Ma'am, you just accused the county clerk's office of fraud. That's a new one." Her face flushed scarlet, yet she doubled down. "Fine. If you won't arrest him, I'll press charges for harassment." He threatened me. That's when I held up my phone, still recording, and hit play. Her own voice echoed through the speakers. "If I say this cabin is for sale, it's for sale." The officers froze, both turning to her. One smirked. "You want to rethink that statement, ma'am?" Karen's confidence shattered. Her voice wavered as she lunged for her phone, but the officer raised a hand. "Ma'am, stay right there. We're going to need to see some ID." She hesitated, then fished out her wallet, muttering curses. The taller cop ran her info over the radio while the other kept watch on me, suspicion flickering in his eyes, like he sensed a bigger mess unfolding. Minutes later, the radio crackled. "Subject has prior complaints of fraud and harassment filed in neighboring counties." The officer's jaw clenched. He turned to her. "So, this isn't your first time pulling something like this." Color drained from her face. "Those complaints were lies. People just misunderstood me. I was only trying to help the neighborhood." I crossed my arms, eyebrow arched. "By selling houses that don't belong to you?" Her mask cracked wide open, and she snapped. "Nobody takes care of this place the way I do. You don't deserve that cabin. You barely even use it. I'm the one keeping property values high. People trust me." The cop cut her off, voice like steel. "Ma'am, impersonating a property owner, filing fake listings, and attempting to sell real estate you don't own, those are felonies. You're not going anywhere." She spun toward the patrol car in a last desperate bid. "No, you don't understand. I have connections. The HOA board will back me up. They promised." That's when I pulled a second phone from my pocket. I'd anticipated her bluff and set up a hidden camera at the gate earlier. I pressed play, and the recording captured her earlier chat with the realtor. "This is the property I told you about. Perfect for the market." The officer's eyes widened. He didn't hesitate. "Ma'am, turn around. Hands behind your back." For the first time that day, Karen went silent. The click of handcuffs rang out against the quiet woods. But I knew this wasn't over. She twisted in the officer's grip, shouting over her shoulder, "You can't do this. The HOA board will clear my name. They know I was only protecting property values." The taller officer shook his head. "Ma'am, the only thing you're protecting is your own ego." They guided her to the patrol car, but I spotted the realtor lingering by his vehicle, pale and trembling, like his career had just imploded. Before the cops could pull away, another SUV crunched up the gravel road. Out stepped 2 men and a woman in crisp business suits, clearly HOA board members, looking irritated, like they'd been summoned against their will. Karen spotted them and bellowed from the car. Tell these officers I had every right. We were selling this dump for the good of the neighborhood." But instead of rallying to her defense, the board members froze at the sight of my still recording camera. The woman muttered, "She actually did it." The shorter man rubbed his forehead, whispering, "We told her not to go this far." The officer overheard. "So you didn't know about this scheme?" Their eyes darted anywhere but mine. I stepped forward, holding up the phone with its glowing red record light. "Don't bother denying it. You're all on tape now. Every word, every lie." The woman snapped at me, voice icy. "You can't release that footage. It'll ruin the HOA's reputation." I smiled. "Exactly the point." Karen erupted from the back seat. "You cowards. You said you backed me up. You said we'd split the money." The confession tumbled out before she could stop it, right in front of the cops, board members, and my unflinching lens. The taller officer looked almost satisfied as he slammed the car door on her tirade.